Good afternoon. This is Lindsay. It's so bright. It's Friday, October 31st, 2025. It's Halloween, and I just wanted, damn that. I wanted to do a continuation of what they, of this, stalking stuff. So, really, it's just blatantly obvious that I'm being utilized by the government without my consent, or set up for constant failure to make me look ridiculous in certain situations and to exploit me. And as I've talked about, this has been going on for a long time, and especially starting in when I was still in college, whatever. So they still think that I'm too dumb to know that, and that I haven't figured out that that's part of their agenda, is to keep me from knowing the truth about who I really am and my biological family and all that stuff. So I don't know why these people seem to think that I'd be that dumb to not figure out what they're trying to do, or that the fact that I'm being exploited illegally. I don't know why. How could I be that stupid or blind? And I guess they come up with the excuse that, this girl has a past history of having, smoked marijuana, or whatever asinine assumption or conclusion that they come up with to justify for the atrocities and the illegal things that they do to targeted people, is that they always are using your past against you. And it can be something from so long ago that you were much younger. And so the mentality of these people, they're very arrogant, they're very self-absorbed type arrogant people, and they abuse their positions of either authority or whatever government job they have, or whatever job they have, whether it's in the fucking medical field or whatever, the stupid psychiatric, fucked up, dumb, fucking stupid psychiatric business, which is a big fucking fraud. Sorry, but it's a big fraud. I hate that whole stupid fucking shit. And I hate that fucking DSM shit. I can't stand that stuff. I find it interesting to study the mind and psychology, but most of that shit is such a fucking fraud, and they ruin people's lives, because I know, because it happened to me. And I am so against that stuff. Like, if there's the main thing that I'm really, really passionate about in life, besides exposing the targeted individual program and gang stalking and illegal surveillance and human trafficking and sex trafficking and all this voyeuristic shit that they do, the other thing is exposing the whole psychiatric fraud. That's my other goal before I leave this earth, is to continue to spread the word about how atrocious, how malicious, and how horrible these people are, as far as what they get away with doing, as far as stealing people's credibility, stealing people's identity, stealing their resources and money, stealing their ability to get a job and maintain employment, ruining their lives with failed everything, relationships, because of why? The stigma that it carries, to have that stupid fucking stigma attached to your name, because you have either been forced into the psychiatric system via involuntary commitment or whatever reasons, and the next thing you know, you're given some fucking bogus diagnosis when some dumb fuck you don't even know is analyzing you for less than an hour. Okay, think about that for a minute. Think about if you're a 30 or 20, in my case, I was only 20. Get this, when I first got diagnosed with a fucked up, bogus mental diagnosis, I was barely 23 years old, okay? I was like barely 23 years old, I think, okay? How in the fuck, and prior to that, okay, I had issues growing up because I was abandoned, I was neglected, and I had a narcissistic mother and an alcoholic absentee father. And then come to find it, my mother was a very, narcissistic, self-absorbed, mean to me, didn't give a shit about me, so basically never paid any attention to me, so I suffered with lack of attention. Yes, I'm one of these kids growing up who didn't get proper attention from my parents or my mother. And I was always begging or wondering, why does this woman hate me so much? What can I do to make her recognize me or give me 5 minutes of her fucking time? But she never would. You know, she was always in a hurry. She always acted like she didn't have time for me. She never wanted to listen to me. She would just send me to the fucking summer camp, which I hated, or send me send me off to Mexico at a young age when I was only 15 by myself, going to Mexico, which was dangerous. But my mother was so eager to get me out of her house so that she could spend time with her boyfriend. So she didn't give a shit about my well-being, and she still to this day doesn't. And she's, you know, it's whatever. It's the same fucking thing that I have to think about. Well, this is what the woman did to me when I was a teenager, okay? I never did anything wrong growing up. I was a normal, pretty typical kid. I just had some issues with neglect and feeling insecure because of my father was not around and he was an alcoholic, or whoever the fuck, if that man's really my biological father, Ben Baldwin, which I don't know if he's my father or not, but nonetheless, I got enough attention from my grandparents, and I got attention in school, and I focused pretty well. You know, I was a pretty good student. I wasn't perfect, but I did the best I could. And I had some friends, but I'm just saying my main issue was I was never getting enough attention from my mother. And all she did was rubbed in my face that I wasn't good enough, but her son, the golden child, was always perfect. Couldn't do wrong. Mr. Gets his way all the time, and they bullied the shit out of me growing up. I was a victim of their bullying and harassment, basically, growing up. They would mock me, they would make fun of me, criticize me, get together with Gwen and Chip and when we go to San Antonio, they'd all fucking make fun of me. I was a total scapegoat of these people, okay? Totally being scapegoated by this so-called family who raised me. And I don't know why they treated me that way, except the only thing I can think of is that because I was either adopted, okay, that these people were not my biological parents, or that I was born from adultery. Or wedlock, yeah, adultery in that case, because supposedly she was married, I believe. I don't know what year my mother got married to Ben Baldwin, who died in like 2004, I think, 2004, yeah. I don't know what year they got married. I know they got married out of college, where they met at UT Austin. They were soon after they were married. I don't know why. What was she thinking if she knew that Ben was such a ne'er-do-well alcoholic party animal who was a ladies man, a flirt, and always getting, you know, player type, you know, why would she have married somebody knowing that he was an alcoholic? Because he had money? Because he came from a good family or something? I don't know, but I would have thought that maybe she was smarter than that. I would have thought that this woman who had such a great education, going to UT Austin and being in a fucking sorority, whatever the fuck it's called, Pi Phi, something like that, in getting a degree in biology or something, molecular, whatever it was, wouldn't she have been a little bit smarter than to marry an alcoholic if she was such a goody two-shoes? I'm just saying, who is she to judge me? Who are these people to judge me when I am the one who fucking went through hell as a kid and a teenager and an adult because of their fucked up mistakes? As a matter of fact, I know that I did pretty goddamn well for myself. I was always very fucking persistent and very, very, very determined. And I worked, busted my fucking ass in school, as well as all these goddamn stupid fucking jobs I always had. Okay, I always showed up. I was never late. I was always a perfect fucking employee, except there was always somebody who didn't like me, and I would get fired because some bitch was always jealous, or someone was always fucking causing problems in my life, no matter where I fucking worked. Always somebody who would stir the pot and get me fired. And this is throughout my entire life. Okay, and I never did anything to these people, ever, to deserve that. And when I look back, it's always like I've just been cursed. Okay, it's like I was cursed from the minute I left the womb of whoever the fuck my mother is, or whoever the fuck I was conceived, which maybe I was an alien. Maybe I was Who fucking knows? But I don't relate to people. I don't have any fucking friends. I don't socialize. I'm basically a social outcast. I'm very awkward in situations. I don't like being in crowds. I'm just a fucking weirdo, according to society. And because they already gave me that label such a long time ago that it kind of sticks with you, right? And when you're not, when you don't adhere to the fucking standards of society like they expect you to, then you get fucking scapegoated and outcasted even more. And you can't get a job. What kind of a job? Oh, even I got rejected to get a job at the fucking donut shop. I was so I've been applying for jobs, whatever fucking job, I don't care. A donut shop. I didn't even get a fucking job at the fucking Shipley's Donut. And I'm 50 years old and I can't even get a fucking job at a fucking donut shop part-time. You see how fucked up that is? I mean, it's like, wow, okay, well, am I overqualified for that? Or I'm just not good enough or what? But I'm just saying this is what I have to go through, always wondering, what am I going to do next? Because I have a fucking because I cuss, because I have a bad attitude. I don't know, but you know what? You set foot out the fucking door every day and you'll see how fucking crazy people are, the way they drive, the way they behave. It's so aggressive out there. Okay, fucking aggressive goddamn fucking people everywhere you go. They try to run you off the fucking road. They're pushy, they're aggressive. And you know what? I attribute that to their meat eating habit. I believe the way these people are is a direct result of all that fucking meat that they eat. Whether it be processed meat or whatever, I believe that that's why the people behave the way they do. Is because of the fucking meat in their diet. It's not because they eat sugar. It's not because they eat carbohydrates. It's a fucking meat. When people eat too much fucking meat, number one, it causes cancer. It's disgusting. It's not food. It's not nutrition to eat that shit. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. You shouldn't be eating that shit. It's disgusting. So basically, what you have out there are a bunch of fucking animals running around who eat animals. People that eat dead animals, they behave like fucking animals that they eat, in my opinion. And that's no wonder they're so fucked up. And that's why I just can't fucking relate to these goddamn fucking dumb fucks. Everywhere you go, you see these fucking people stuffing their faces with fucking hamburgers and fried chicken and shit or tacos. It's gross. It's disgusting. It's you go out and there's just a smell of blood and flesh everywhere you fucking go. It's gross that people eat that stuff. And thank God I don't eat meat. And thank God I'm not one of them. I thank God for that I'm not one of these people. And I get extremely infuriated with people who make fun of me because I'm a vegetarian. Fuck you. Go fuck yourselves. You don't know shit about anything. So I don't get along with people. I'm fucking antisocial. I talk to myself. I talk to the walls. I talk to this computer video thing because I have to vent out because whenever I do go out in public, whether it be at the fucking gym for a few hours, a few times a week, or out to the goddamn store to run errands, I get bombarded with people fucking gang stalking me. Horrible stuff. Horrible. And honestly, I feel like I should just walk around with a fucking gun. I feel like it's gotten to the point where I just want to have a gun right there showing on my goddamn pants or something, just to let these people know, don't fuck with me and don't fucking follow me around the fucking store with your fucking whiny ass kid trying to get my fucking attention. Don't fucking bother me in the fucking grocery store especially. That's the way I feel. Okay, that's sincerely how I feel about these fucking dumb people that do this shit. They have no manners. They have no respect. They don't have a concept of what boundaries are. They're invasive. They're rude, disrespectful people all over the place. And you wonder why, why I don't go out, why I don't want to socialize, because I fucking don't want. Who the fuck would want to be around these kinds of fucking dumb fucks every fucking day? It's no wonder I like to isolate myself because I can't fucking relate to these stupid fucking people anymore. I just can't. I can't do it. They stalk me at the fucking gym. They look at me like I'm supposed to do something. Like, I don't fucking work here. You do your fucking job. You know, don't fucking look at me like I'm supposed to do anything. I'm not getting fucking paid to do anything, so get the fuck away from me. You know, don't bother me if I'm at the fucking gym, for example. Don't fucking expect me to use my energy for some fucking unpaid helper shit. It's horrible because I've given up. I used to be nice. I'm not going to fucking be. Why be nice to people that fucking step all over you and take advantage of you? What's the fucking point? To get shoved under the fucking bus again and shoved under the fucking doormat over and over again by being too fucking nice to people? It's not worth it. I used to be a goddamn nice to everybody, so I don't even smile. If I smile, it's in my own time, in my own privacy. I don't even want to look at people in public anymore, hardly. I just don't. They fucking make me sick. Physically fucking sick to my stomach. So anyway, yeah, I'm sorry I went off on a tangent there, but no, I'm not sorry. I'm not going to apologize, but that's just how I feel. I'm not going to hide who I am. So I was doing some more, last night I was watching some video on YouTube about, it was entitled, and I started talking about it last night in a video before it got cut off, but it was talking about how if somebody's done a voodoo curse on you or something, and of course I found out that fucking nutcase, wherever the fuck, pardon my language, that beautiful kind black man, that fucking voodoo black man, whatever. Oh, I shouldn't say negroid. I didn't mean that. That's not a nice word. But this black man, this fucking demon, who was doing that fucking witchcraft shit on me using a voodoo doll. Okay, see what happened to me is I first of all I consulted with a psychic or a spiritual advisor. Come to find, not knowing the man was a fucking black negroid, pardon me, a negroid who's gonna do voodoo magic or voodoo shit spells. So I consulted. I was thinking, okay, this is not a black man doing voodoo. I didn't know that. Okay, how the fuck was I supposed to know? Because he misrepresented himself completely. So the next thing you know, there's some fucking black man doing fucking, when I see him on the camera, doing some goddamn voodoo shit, burning some saint shit with a torch, some black man wearing some goddamn mask over his face, some fucking thing. I'm like, oh my God, what is this? Okay, so he was literally doing voodoo on me, doing something to like, I don't know what this man was doing, but it was clearly satanic, okay, and that is not what I had expected, and it's certainly not anything that I was looking for. So okay, so yeah, I did that. That was a mistake by consulting that kind of thing, because whatever, okay, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say I'm not trying to be derogatory by saying that word, but if people practice that kind of shit, do they not realize how dumb does a person, how stupid, or come on now, it's common sense. If anybody out there, and I know there must be a lot of people who do that kind of weird stuff, okay? I didn't realize how common this stuff is, that people actually really, really practice this kind of dark voodoo stuff. Until I started researching it more, and it's very common. It's very common in these countries, a lot of these third world Afro-Caribbean countries in South America, Mexico, Latin America, it's India, other places. It's extremely common. Some of these countries do this kind of stuff, and literally, they're trying to destroy. The reason they do this, it's because they want to destroy people. So it's completely the opposite of what something called like white magic would be, or white witchcraft or whatever. Like I think there's two sides, and I don't know because I don't practice witchcraft. I'm a psychic, but I don't do witchcraft. I think it comes naturally to me because of my lineage, but I'm just very psychic and perceptive, and things happen when I think about things when they happen, but I don't know anything about. But I think that there's something called black magic. Well, I know there's like evil. There's a good side and a bad side. And I think that there's people who practice something called white magic, or whatever that's called. and something else. But whenever people are doing bad things on people to try to cause people harm, like doing voodoo and witchcraft and stuff, that stuff is evil. And I guess what these people don't realize, or maybe they do realize, that it's going to come back to get them. That anything that you put out there like that, when you're actually literally like doing some kind of a voodoo spell on somebody with one of these fucking dolls, or a voodoo doll, like that man was doing to me, literally a fucking voodoo doll of me with pictures of me and some goddamn pot plant or whatever. And what? So they were doing voodoo stuff on me to try to kill me. This is what I survived, okay? And maybe people think that's crazy, but no, it's not, because I could feel the effects of what after. I'm still kind of, it's traumatizing, because that man, I don't know who he really is, or who he was, or what he really wanted, or if he was telling any truth or not. But literally, he told me that these people are trying to kill me, that they have been... He told me verbatim that for the longest time, my own mother, my aunt, and my brother are trying to kill me because of money. That they put a life insurance policy out on me, and that they hired a hitman to kill me. That handler dude was hired to try to finish me off. And this is what he told me. I said, "Are you serious? Do you really swear to God?" He said, "I swear to God. I'm not playing with you. I swear to God." He promised me that he was telling the truth. This man, this black man who does this voodoo, whatever stuff he does. What do you call it? I don't know. But I'm telling you, why in the world, but yet he's got a voodoo doll of me that... Who did that? Who really did? Is it true that is a doll that they paid some woman to do in Mexico? See, I want to know the truth. I want to know if he's telling... I don't think he's telling me that. I don't think he was telling me the truth at all. I really don't. But I don't know. At the same time, it wouldn't surprise me if my own mother and my aunt, who could be my mother, and my sibling and a half sibling and my cousin, it wouldn't surprise me, because it's all about money with these people in control and lying to me so that they can keep me under control or to shut me up. That it could be true, and I don't doubt it that they would be doing that, because it seems like my entire life I've been cursed by people doing this kind of stuff on me since I was a child. Like these Mexican maids that my mother had, these evil fucking bitches. They're fucking evil, some of them. I remember that loop. Some of these women were so fucking mean. And I was like, why are you allowing these evil women in the house? What the fuck? She just didn't seem to understand that these women were evil. I was like, can't you? I could feel the negativity that these women would bring into the house when I was a child. I could pick up on all that stuff, and I would. There was this one maid. Her name, and they were live-in maids. The only one who I liked was Maria. Maria was nice. I thought Maria was a good woman, to me at least, and I kind of looked at her like a mother figure. She treated me well. But there was another one who was named Lupe. In Lupe, I guess Guadalupe, and Lupe was what her... She was just fucking mean. She scared the shit out of me. She was so mean. She was just horrible. And I still have nightmares about that woman to this day, because she always was so mean to me for no reason. When I was just a little child, like a little girl who didn't... I was like a kid who played with Barbies and who liked to paint and sing and dance. And she just fucking hated me. Fucking hated me for no reason. And, Jesus Christ, like, I can just still see... And I remember she had a couple of bad fallouts with my mother. Like, they got into a big fight once, a big argument. And I wonder if that woman, I can't help but wonder, did she put some kind of a... excuse me, maybe she put some kind of a... curse on me or something when I was a kid over there in Houston. I don't know. And then it just makes me think, because I'm like, where? Because I can see that all this stuff has been going on for so long. Like, I've been targeted by people that are mostly Mexicans or Chicanos or Mexican type Indian Mexicans with a lot of indigenous or Mayan or Aztec blood. And that seems to be going on throughout my entire life. That I've been targeted by that group more than in blacks as well, but more than anything, and I'm trying to figure out why am I part, like, does it have something to do with an affair? Was I conceived by, like, why the theme of why in me? Why? I'm not Mexican as far as I know. I don't have Mexican in me, Mexican blood. Okay, I don't. From what this fucking ancestry DNA thing says, I have all European. Everything is European in my DNA, mostly Northern Europe. So I don't understand throughout my life why my mother and my aunt and other people were always forcing, literally like pushing that culture onto me. Like, it's like from the minute I was born, it's like they were always like you would have thought I was a Mexican child, or maybe switched at birth. Maybe my mother is really Mexican. Maybe I was kidnapped or something, or maybe somebody had an affair and my father got some Mexican mate. I don't, and I was adopted by him or something, because I'm just like, what is this about? Why? And why is it that I was able to speak Spanish naturally, like at a young age, like I learned it easily. I didn't even have to study. It just came naturally. And for whatever reason, I don't even know why I've always been drawn to that culture. Why? It doesn't make any sense unless I would have some kind of Mexican DNA or something, or Hispanic. And I really don't understand it, because most people struggle with languages. Most Caucasian people don't really fucking speak Spanish fluently like I do. And I'm not trying to brag, but I could speak it at a young age. I just picked it up like that very easily, very naturally. I have a heavy accent when I speak it, but I could understand it. I could speak it. And I was like, I have to learn Spanish. It's like I gravitated towards that. And I don't know where that calling came from. I have no idea why. I don't know, because like I said, it's just weird. And I'm trying to figure out, that's why I'm trying to figure out who exactly I am. And I'm not going through amnesia. I don't have dementia. I just know that I've been lied to about my birth certificate. I'm pointing at it on the wall, my fraudulent birth certificate, as well as other things that I've just been lied to about. So I want to know what really is the truth and why. What are they hiding? How much money is involved? Who's my biological family? And these are things I need to know. I want to know. And I need to know these things.